Hello, everyone. Welcome to another great episode of The Good Word with yours truly, Mr. Frederick. Start out with a Bible verse, family. I will say to my Lord, He is my refuge and my fortress, and in Him I will trust. That's Psalms 91:2, family. All right. Okay, family. I'm gonna go right ahead and get into this one today. I have a good one for you guys. Another banger. As you know, I always bring them. All right, guys. Even though YouTube, I believe, is giving me a shadow ban, I don't know what I said. They could say algorithms or whatever, but a lot of times, the adversary uses so many negative energies to try to stop the good word, try to stop people from evolving, people from ascending, going to the next level. And you just have to know that's a part of the game, family. Don't be afraid of it. You keep doing what you're doing. You're not always going to get the final destination all the time. What is the final destination? You just walk in your purpose every day. Don't worry about the results. You get things as you need them. As you know, the Lord will supply everything you need, as I'm going to go into further with that. All right, family. So today what I'm going to talk about is you went through what you went through, okay, in order to strengthen you for things later on that you have to go through and overcome. Okay, so you gain wisdom. They say wisdom, the first wisdom is fear of the Lord. There you go, family. So you have to go through things in order to gain that fear of the Lord. But you gain wisdom through time, family, through time and understanding time. Time reveals everything. That's what time does. You don't know what you don't know. So if someone doesn't teach you, okay, and you haven't experienced it, you have to go through it in order to gain those medals. Just like in the military, you go through battles, you gain a medal. Oh, you got this Purple Heart, you got this for courage, you got this for bravery. That's because you have to go through it to get to it. That's just a fact of life, family. You can't avoid it. And as we see in the news today, we see people who have reached certain points in their life where they might have had high successes, high accomplishments, okay, very accomplished, everything you can name, status, whatever the world values as to how to treat you, okay? And then they lost it, or they took a L, as we say. Something happened. And it could be very dramatic. It could be traumatic. It could be divorce. It could be job loss. It could be losing death in the family, It could be anything that's going to hurt you deeply and bother you. And a lot of us have gone through these things, okay? Even worse, it's comparative, which worse is relative, depending on who you are. But a lot of people have had these battles since they were just a tiny tot sitting on someone's lap. They've had things to go through, okay? Horrific things. A lot of people have. And they wonder, Mr. Frederick, if God is real, why did I experience this? Why did I go through this? Why did I go through this? Okay? And we're not comparing tragedies here, family. Tragedy is tragedy. Okay? But what you will understand is that if you get through those things, you will see that later in life when things don't go your way, you handle them a lot better than someone who has not experienced those things. Just a fact, family. Because pain is pain. And so a lot of times when we are younger, we think that, oh, I have it bad. This is woe is me. This is the worst. And it's just relative to what we've experienced. But we don't understand, like a lot of other older people do at that point, that, hey, keep living. You're going to have much more pain. That's all you got to do. As I had an elder tell me years ago when I was a younger man, and I was going through something, probably a relationship or whatever, who knows. But I remember, a gentleman told me specifically, he said, hey, you think you're hurting now? You just wait. It's more to come. And I was probably a teenager at the time. And I thought to myself, wow, that's enlightening. That's very encouraging to hear. But he was being truthful from his 30 years or so he had on me, okay? He was being truthful as to what he knew about life. And family, a lot of times those things we go through, understand it's building you. It's building you for something greater. It's building you for fortitude. It's like a fortress. You understand to go to the Lord. You understand that you can't depend on man. They'll change up on you, give you some play or something. Run a play on you. Whatever they do, they got game with them. They think they're Steph Curry or or SGA or one of these guys. And the reality is that they think that they're running the game, but really what they're doing is teaching you how to run your game. And not game in the sense of being dishonest or distorting the truth, but game in the sense of knowing how you can learn from their taking advantage of something, a hole that you had in your persona, in your presentation, in your existence. Because we all have gaps, family. We all have things. We're a work in progress. We all are learning to become better. We're learning to become the better and highest version of ourselves. Okay? So when someone thinks they're running game on you, they're just teaching you. Oh, okay, I need to tighten that up. Oh, I didn't know I had that problem. Oh, okay, I do have a problem with that. I am a little too clean. Oh, I need to tighten that up. And there's nothing wrong with that, family, because that's metacognition. You're thinking about the way that you think. So the way you thought about that before, it got you something you didn't want. So now when you can change and alter the way you think about something, your perspective, and look at how you think and your thoughts and your emotions and what you give your power to, when you can do that now, you can improve. And you can look back and say, oh, since I learned that lesson, how's my life look? And then, okay, you invest more into that. And that's how you grow, family. So there's nothing wrong with going through things. There's nothing wrong with someone thinking, let them think they got the better of you, okay? Those things you went through when you were young, let that build your strength and your fortitude, your faith, because you're still here to learn more and help someone else. So family, understand that all these things give us courage. The strength gives you the knowledge to get over challenges. You gain strength, you gain knowledge to get over these challenges. That's all these obstacles do. That's all they do. They're put in there for a reason. You learn who to give your energy to. You learn who to give your attention to and who to pull back from. You learn these things, family. You don't know, you might guess, but things can kind of be sticky. Things can be a little funny sometimes, and you might miscalculate, misread someone. You might give someone a little more credit than they deserve. Whatever. You might be needy in something that they have, and now, okay, you realize you ain't that needy. Anything can happen, but you learn. So give yourself that grace. God supplies everything you have. You had to learn not to covet. You had to learn, I don't own this person. I don't own this family member. I don't own this lover. I don't own anyone. I don't need to value this car. I don't need to value this house like this. I don't need to value these clothes. Okay, they're going to come and go. You live long enough, you had a whole 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 wardrobes. You've changed fashion styles several times if you live long enough. So these things aren't worth you giving up your life for. Not worth you being miserable for. Okay, a woman or man leaves you, sad. And I'm not discounting that. Yes, that's sad. But life is all about resilience. It's all about being able to understand, I don't own this person. They don't own me. We only up good until we're not. And then when we're not, we're not. And you got to go. And yeah, sometimes the thing that you think that is going to hurt you the most is going to be the catalyst for your growth, for your ascension to the next level, because that person or that thing, that job was holding you back from your greatness. So keep an open mind, family, that you don't need anything like that. I mean, if it's not there, it's not there. Look around you right now. What's there? I'll wait. If it's not there, you don't need it. If it's not there, anything outside of yourself, you don't need it. It's a gift from God while you have it. Enjoy it. Okay? And then understand it can go. And eventually you will go too. So this actually puts importance on how you spend your time while you're here in the physical form. That's all time is. Time is learning, okay, I don't have it forever. So I need to put value into what I do with it. That means I just want to sit around sometimes and rest. That's fine. That means I need to find meaning and purpose in my time, my existence here. That's fine. Wherever you are at that time, you're supposed to be. Sometimes you store up your rest time in order to give you the energy when you're energized. It all adds up in the end. We're going to sleep a third of our lives, family. It's just what it is. We're going to sleep 1/3 of our life. And then the other 2/3, you might be resting half of that. And then that gives you what? A quarter or so to put energy into your acts and deeds and goods. Some are going to love them and some aren't. It's life. You know, family, you came with nothing. And guess what? You're going to leave with nothing. You're not taking none of this with you. I know the Egyptians, the ancient, I want to say it's the Qing Empire, or maybe it was the Qing Empire in China, tried to take thousands of warriors and armies with them and gold and all sorts of precious jewels, and they couldn't. They just got dusted. They got robbed. They disintegrated. They couldn't. All they were able to do is go to the next level, the next round. And everything else rotted away. It's what it is, family. You take nothing with you. You came with nothing. You leave with nothing. So putting all this value, expedience on getting these things and relationships, how someone feels about you. Guess what, family? When you're out of here, after a certain amount of time, they're going to all forget about you. You're not here. While you're worrying about them and what they think about you, give it us, whether it's months, certain amount of years, they're not going to be thinking about you. Be like, who? Oh, yeah, I remember him or her. Oh, yeah. Sit. So you have to put your time and effort and energy into what you feel about these things, what you value, your principles, what is going to make you fulfilled. Not all of them other people that go up and down and they ain't no guarantee they're going to be here either. Not them. You. You got to go to bed with you and you have to wake up with you in the morning. So, family, understand. You have to have the proper perspective about your experiences and your story. No one else. You do. You are the common denominator in your life. How you interpret your things, what's good, what's bad to you. So when you want to hurt yourself and others because things aren't going your way in life, think about that. That's not the things around you that's going on. That's how you're interpreting it. That's how you are dealing with the situations around you. See what the difference? One person's been through a whole bunch already, okay, but they didn't give up. So when they go through stuff later on, they're built for it. That's the difference. That's what they didn't know when they were younger. They didn't understand that God was gifting them. God was giving them equipment, power pack on their back. So when they see something later on, they're like, I'm getting this up out of here. I'm getting to digging. I'm getting to go to work. I'm good to go. I appreciate everything I have because of what I didn't have. Understand that, family, that the goal is to recognize the gold. If you know, you know. All right, family, check out Mr. Frederick Sprouting Crowns on Facebook. Join. And also look in the description if you want a private consultation or donations. Check us out. Shout us out. And thank you for all of your support, family. Love what you do what you love. Peace.